Yo, what is up guys? We're back here with another video in NHL 25. Today we're going to do a video called Battle of the AI. Essentially what we're going to be doing, we're going to ask ChatGPT and Google Gemini to make us a team using the exact same prompt. We'll take both those teams, put them into NHL 25, insert them into a season mode, and see which one can make it the furthest, and hopefully they can face off in the Stanley Cup final. Let's jump right in. Alright, here we are, guys. We have ChatGPT, Google Gemini. We have the exact same prompt. Can you create me an average NHL team consisting of 12 forwards, 6 defensemen, and 2 goalies? Again, I have the word average there. I found if I do this draft, I don't put average, they give me super teams. Sometimes even with the word average, they spit out a super team. Let's see what they give us on ChatGPT first. Sure, here's a balanced average NHL team roster featuring 12 forwards, 6 defensemen, and 2 goalies. This team aims to provide a mix of scoring, playmaking, defensive skill, and goaltending. Forwards: Alex Ovechkin, Connor McDavid, Nathan MacKinnon, Nikita Kucherov, Leon Draisaitl, Austin Matthews, Brad Marchand, Mark Stone, Tyler Seguin, Mitch Marner, Anze Kopitar, and Gabriel Landeskog. On defense, they gave us Victor Hedman, Cale Makar, Adam Fox, Roman Josi, Seth Jones, Drew Doughty, and in net, they gave us Andrei Vasilevsky and Igor Shesterkin. This roster combines star power, versatility, and defensive reliability, making it competitive in any matchup. Let me know if you'd like to adjust anything. Again, like I said, a super team. Other than, maybe Landeskog, who, again, hasn't played for 2 years now. Seth Jones. That's basically it. That are maybe a little less than average. Even calling those guys less than average is a bit of a stretch, but that's the team they gave us. Let's hope Google Gemini can spit out one that is just as good or maybe a little bit worse and maybe a little bit more average. Let's see what they give us. Again, I wanted to make things equal. Google Gemini's not cooperating here. Can you give me 12 average NHL forwards? Can you give me an example of 12 NHL players from the forward position? We're going to go with this. It's been a struggle to try. So for forwards, they're giving us Connor McDavid, Sidney Crosby, Nathan MacKinnon, Austin Matthews, Leon Draisaitl, Alex Ovechkin, Nikita Kucherov, Kirill Kaprizov, Mitch Marner, David Pastrnak, Jonathan Huberdeau, and Andrei Svechnikov. 6 defensemen: Victor Hedman, Erik Karlsson, Roman Josi, Cale Makar, Adam Fox, and Quinn Hughes. And 2 goalies. And they're the same 2. Andrei Vasilevsky, Igor Shesterkin. Okay. As of right now, I'm going to be cheering for the ChatGPT team. Google Gemini, obviously it's inferior AI off the hop here, just trying to ask them the questions. It took so long. And again, you guys are just seeing what it was before this. Again, I've tried changing the question around to get it to work, and this is the best that I could do. I've had to cut the video several times just to even get this far. So that's going to be our 2 teams. We're going to put them both into a season, and then just see who can win the Stanley Cup if one of them can, see who makes it farther, and then crown the AI champion. So it looks like I can control both teams. So let's edit the lines. We'll go to the GPT team first. So again, both teams are going to be absolutely stacked. Head coach edit lines off. In all honesty, we're probably just going to keep these lines exactly the way they gave us. Look at that lineup. Tyler Seguin is the outlier here, as is Landeskog. That's our forward core. And then that's on defense. Again, elite. Drew Doughty and Seth Jones, again, they do stand out. They're not 90 overalls. And then in net, again, both teams have the same goalie, Shesterkin and Vasilevsky. Now, to the Gemini team. Again, very similar teams just because of what the AI gave us. Again, this is the first line for The Gemini team, Draisaitl, McDavid, Pastrnak, Kaprizov, McKinnon, Kucherov. Again, very similar teams. Just looking at it, this team does look better. Only Huberdeau's the only player down here that doesn't have a gold X factor. Then on defense, again, slightly better. Carlson's the only one that doesn't have a gold X factor, and he's 88 overall. And then again, in goalies, no change. Both teams have the same goalies. So let's sim to the end of the season here. Again, we're skimming right past the deadline. It doesn't matter. I have trades turned off. We'll get to the end of the season, have a look at how both teams did. I'm assuming they're going to be, neck and neck for that President's Trophy, which they should be. And hopefully we can get them to meet in the Stanley Cup Final. We'll see you in a second. Two things. Injuries were in fact a thing, and they weren't turned off. The Goteborg team did have an injury. They only missed a couple games. We had to call someone up. It is what it is. I'm not restarting the whole video just because of that. As you can see, the Goteborg team there, or the Gemini team, is 11-0-0, and the ChatGPT team is 12-1. So I figured I'd hop in, let you watch a matchup between these two teams. We'll sim the first one ×8, and then we'll probably just quick sim the next two periods. I mean, honestly, let's even just quick sim this one. If it's close in the third, we'll do it. After the first, 1-1. After the second, 2-1. Let's play it out. See who can win. And this is the first matchup. This GPT team has a chance that they could give the Gemini team their first loss of the season. And if they don't score one soon, it ain't gonna happen. And the Gemini team scores. So I think we're safe to skip to the end. 3-1 is your final score. So far, Team Gemini 1-0. We'll sim up to the next game that these two teams meet, and then we'll do the same thing. Here we are again, guys. That ChatGPT team 37-7-2, and the Gemini team 42-0-2. So the Gemini team is over halfway through the season, and they've yet to lose a regulation game. Hopefully, it'll be jinxing it. I mean, again, I'm cheering for the ChatGPT team. They gave me way less trouble when I was trying to do just ask for what players to pick. They gave me way less hassle than the Gemini team, so of course, likely the Gemini team will go on and win. Let's hop in and sim this second game between these two teams. After the first, we have Team Gemini up 2-0. After the second, up 3-0. Let's fast sim. Or slow sim, ×8. See if ChatGPT does answer back. Kucherov scores one for the ChatGPT team. So we're 3-1. Tyler Seguin gets one as well. So we could have a game here. If they can get another one quick, maybe force overtime, or maybe just, even finish them off in the regulation here. They get a power play, long power play. They do not convert. Time's running out. They get one more power play. They tie it up. Roman Josi ties it up. We're going to overtime. Let's just fast sim it. Team Gemini beats them once again in overtime, this time Cale Makar. So that's going to be it for the season series. The Google Gemini team remains undefeated in regulation, and they take the season series 0-2 or 2-0. Let's sim up to the end of regular season, and then hopefully we'll get into the playoffs, and hopefully these two teams can make it to the Stanley Cup Final and face off once more. See you guys in a bit. We're at the end of the season, guys. The ChatGPT team is finishing 66-13-3, while the Team Gemini is finishing 74-3-5. So they did end up losing 3 games. Again, that's definitely going to be an NHL record. 74 wins, 153 points. And then, 135 out of ChatGPT team. The close runner up there, but not that close, I guess. Let's have a look at who led them in scoring. So Connor McDavid leads the ChatGPT team. Let's have a quick look. It's McDavid followed by Kucherov, Draisaitl, and McKinnon, all over 100 points. Again, it's going to be interesting to see because I didn't take these players out of the league on their normal teams as well, so it'll be interesting to see if there's like 3 McDavids all at the top of the league. Let's now go and have a look at Goteborg. And there McDavid puts up 121. They also have 4 players that are above 100. So they have McDavid, Pastrnak, Draisaitl, and McKinnon all over 100. And let's check goalies. Goalies, basically a dead even split here. Vasilevsky looks to have been the slightly better goalie. Maybe he got better matchups in the regular season. Now let's check ChatGPT. Very similar split. Looks like not as good goaltending numbers. But again, it looks like Shesterkin is going to be the starter for this team. Let's have a look at the entire league and see if one of these goalies from one of these teams is going to be taking home the Vezina. I mean, they didn't play as many games as I'm sure some did. And look at that, Shesterkin on the Rangers has the most wins with 40. I'm sure this is going to be, yeah, the Vasilevsky. I would imagine he's going to win the Vezina. That many wins, only one loss, 6 shutouts, a 9.33 and a 1.81. I mean, even with non-starters, he's the best. Yeah, just overall, best goalie in the league. Let's look at players. And for players, it is McDavid on the Gemini team. They actually round out the top 3, so I'm likely McDavid or Pasternak's going to win that. But from the looks of it, McKinnon on the Avs, followed by Kucherov in real life and Matthews in real life, are your leading goal scorers. So let's get into the playoffs. We'll see who the matchups are. Hopefully we'll sim right up to the finals. Yeah, honestly, I'm just going to sim straight to the finals. You guys aren't going to see anything right until then. And hopefully it's those 2 teams facing off. See you in a minute. Okay, guys. I had to step in. ChatGPT team, 4-1. They went through the Minnesota Wild with little or no resistance. And you're not going to believe this, but the Goteborg Gemini, who seemed to be the all-star team, lost to the New York Islanders in 5 games. Sorry, this one was a little confusing, but that was just their last game of the season. And, I mean, they just got manhandled. It's kind of ridiculous. They were my favorite to win, so, I mean, even at this point, ChatGPT team, who I wanted to be the better team, they are the better team. Let's see how far they can make it. After the second round, guys, they barely made it through the real-life Edmonton Oilers. They had to do it in 7 games. We have the Winnipeg Jets in the next round. See if they can get through them. Well, they made light work of the Jets. They lost the first one, and then they won the next 4. I mean, in fairly convincing fashion, especially that last one, 10-0. Just kind of crazy stuff. Let's see who they get to face off in the finals here, and it is going to be the New York Rangers. I'll keep you guys here for this one. We'll sim the first 3. We get a win and then 2 losses. 1 overtime loss, 1 regular. But in the playoffs, it doesn't really matter how you're losing. Hey, they come back and they win. They knot the series up. They win the next one. They have a chance to win the cup. We'll sim it. See if we can get that Stanley Cup. The Rangers answer early. We're gonna just sim the rest of it. No answer back. We'll sim the second. They come back in convincing fashion. 3-2. Let's get it going again. They get another power play. Cale Makar scores on Jonathan Quick, of all people, in net for them. I don't know where Igor is, but I didn't think they'd pull him after that many. Lafreniere answers back on Igor Shesterkin. Battle of the Igors. We get a 5-on-3. We convert. Again, it looks like we're going to win the Stanley Cup here. Score another one. Kind of just pouring it on here. Let's watch it. We'll stop. We'll have a look at the you get a look at the jerseys here. They're not the nicest. Whatever. I just went with the C and I went with the ChatGPT colors, which, I mean, again, is just this off green, and that's basically it. So we'll get into the game. Oh, I wanted to do a CPU game. I just want to watch position. We'll go coach. There we go. Let's hop in.
Late goings of this third period of play for those of you just tuning in now.
6 seconds left. I stopped at the perfect time. I accidentally put the wrong jerseys on. Oh, you hate to see it. We'll watch them lift the cup anyway. It doesn't really matter too much what the jerseys are. And there you have it, guys. ChatGPT is officially, undoubtedly, the best AI team over Google Gemini. You have it. Stanley Cup champions. Well, have a look at our playoff scoring leaders. As you can see, Nikita Kucherov, 34 points, 23 games, followed by McDavid with a matching 34 points in 23 games. I mean, again, the team's kind of incredible. Funny one down there, Adam Fox with 14 assists, no goals at all. Everyone gets on the score sheet. Even Dewey's our lowest with 3 points there, and then we'll check our goalies. And then we will have a look at the other team just to see where they fell apart. Surprisingly enough, Shesterkin, not the best numbers. I know we weren't giving up a lot of shots, so it kind of makes sense. Doesn't mean he didn't play well. Now let's have a look. See where they went astray. Looks like Igor started for them. Played absolutely terrible. I mean, 146 shots is not a whole lot for 5 games, but again, it's you'd expect more saves than that, especially with this team in front of them who, I mean, again, performed pretty horribly. Yossi and McDavid are the only players at a point per game. And again, a whole lot of minuses here. Don't know what went wrong with this team, especially after, you know, the greatest regular season of all time. But I guess it's kind of a curse. The Bruins learned that as well the hard way a couple years ago there. So, I mean, we'll have a look again at the awards. Actually, I guess we need to sim one more day. Okay, we'll check out the awards. So again, we know it. Charlotte GPT win the Stanley Cup. Goteborg gets the President's Trophy. Clarence, Prince of Wales. We know those. Okay, individual awards. Art Ross goes to Connor McDavid on the Gemini team. Also the Hart. James Norris goes to McCarr on the Gemini team as well. Lady Bing goes to Pasternak on the Gemini team. Calder goes to Lane Hudson. McDavid on the GPT team gets the Conn Smythe. Vasilevsky gets the Vezina on the Gemini and the Williams M. Jennings. Bill Masterton goes to, I think that's Dmitry. It could be wrong. Miramanov on the Flames. Kopitar gets the Selke, which is kind of crazy we couldn't get that one as well. But and 10 Lindsay goes to McDavid. And then the Richard goes to McKinnon like we already knew. So, yeah, that's going to do it for this one, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Again, I plan on doing maybe a few more wacky videos like this. I don't want to just be pumping out fantasy drafts nonstop without any other content mixed in there a little bit. So if you like this one, throw a like, throw a comment, subscribe if you want. Again, I don't care if the comments are negative or positive. Anything helps me. But yeah. Peace.